everybody on over here. I can't see comments on the phone. And I'm going to use the phone to record. Let's see if this helps. Let's see if this helps us be live. All right, let me see. Just to click into my my thing, right? There we go. Now I can see you all. So this is going to be a combo. We shall talk, we shall do things, and we shall have a fabulous time. That is for sure. You know I'm going to hit that thumbs up. And let me come on into the studio so we can spend some time together. Okay guys, here we go. So I am in a disaster. Welcome to my disaster. We are going to start painting. And hey, I figured what a great time to run some lives, get some stuff done, and visit and talk to people while we do it. Let me catch you up. I have washed the walls. I actually need to stop real quick and go do it. I have maybe move my drink. I have put the spackle on almost all of the walls. I have one more spot over the stove that needs a little touch of spackle, and then we're gonna sand the walls real quick and we'll get fast, busy painting. So come on and stick with me, and that way I don't feel like I'm sitting around talking to myself. All right, let me get I just have this one little corner here, so I'll just use this. Yeah, I'm actually gonna use my finger. I do find sometimes for me, just using my finger and smoothing it works just as well as any tool. There we go. The thing I like about this spackle, it is pink, and when it's ready to use, it turns white. So it is a great one. I'll do all my list of where I got everything. This is a plastic, I'm throwing it out. Good morning, Casey. Thank you. Welcome to my disaster. We are painting my kitchen. We're gonna paint it. It's gonna be painted today. The kitchen, even behind the stove or the refrigerator. Yeah, it's good to be live. I was like, oh, it's gonna be ASMR, but we can add ASMR. There's plenty of sounds. Sometimes we just need company while we paint. Hey, Nikki, I'm getting my rags. I'm gonna go kind of the same color, but I think it's a little bit darker. I bought the paint actually 2 years ago, and then I broke my hands and my wrist when I fell. So I never got to the project. I like to have some small rags with me to touch up as I go. So because I never got to the project, I am gonna, I really think it's a dark cream. My other room is a light gray green that is open. You can kind of see, I'll show you. See how this wall is kind of a light green color, and this is gonna be the tan. So because they kind of are side by side, that's how, yeah, you can, it's a very soft green color, and then I'm going back with this very soft tan. So this room is not going to change colors, but yeah, for now, and then my dining room is a yellow, and yeah, I've got to redo the whole house. So we're gonna stay with this color for now. Like I said, I bought it 2 years ago, so I had to buy the electric stirrer. So as soon as I get the walls sanded, okay, so I have some dry rags for my pit, and I have some, I can make wet rags because that's how I like to do it. And then I'll tie these to my ladder so I don't have to keep getting up and down and up and down and up and down. So I have so much rags that I can almost use these like paper towels. So that's what we shall do. So right now we're just gonna start here. Day before yesterday, I washed the walls. So they've been all washed. Most of my spots have been already touched with the spackle, because I'm not going to decorate it the same. I'm going to decorate it different. So that's all ready to go. I so want to put tile in my kitchen on the backsplash, but then I couldn't hang things on my walls. Yeah, I've painted it before. It's just been a long time. And let me tell you, okay, so the last time I painted my house, my daughter was in 2nd grade. And now I'm gonna go in the kitchen to wet my rags. Now she is a senior in college. So it's been 12 years since the house has gotten, but that room I painted 2 years ago before I got injured. And then, and I pulled the floor up. I also have to do the floor, right? So I have money to go play with you, Nikki. And then I repainted the bedrooms, some of the bedrooms. But now we're kind of in a point where the whole house needs to be shifted. My daughter that's in university is not coming home, but my son, who is out working and has a job but still lives at home, needs more bedroom space. So we have to kind of get the downstairs redone. I'll take you in here as well. So we're starting here in the kitchen, and like I said, we will definitely get this done. I'm going to put a smaller table in here, but the next room that we will have to do is my dining room. This room will be the next room because during COVID, this room turned into my husband's office. So this is where my table was, and now I need my table back in here, and he now works at the office. So it's time. It is time to get started. So with that being said, hey, Savvies, hey, Beyond World, come paint with me. I have a disaster. We are going to redo this house. We are going to redo this house. I can't stand it anymore. We're also in the middle of a hurricane is off the coast. So I don't have a lot of light. It's dark and bright and dark and bright. So if the light kind of wonks out, that's why. It's not me. It's the hurricane. All right. So I have my wet rags and I have my dry rags, which are very important. I am going to actually start down this hall. So I'll get everything set up. Now, I always put some protective covering down when I paint because, look, let me tell you a story. I was getting married back in 1998, and my mother kept telling me how much she hated the wallpaper in her kitchen. So she went out of town, and I took the wallpaper and I pulled it off the walls. I did. And it tore all of the plaster off the walls as well with the wallpaper. So then my mother took my plane ticket because we were going to Hawaii, She wouldn't let me get married until I fixed her house. She was like, I can't swing the wedding. But what I did was I painted. So not only did I rip up her walls, when I painted, I didn't put anything under to catch the paint. And it doesn't have to be a big drop cloth. You just need right where you're working. So I'm going to go ahead and run this down where I'm working. Because I might want to take a vacation and I don't want anybody holding my ticket hostage from me. Okay, so I have my drop cloth ready to go. I have mine. You put that back in the bag. So this is, my sister borrowed my brushes, not Nikki, but my other one. So she kind of ruined my cut-in brushes, but that's the one I'll use there. I found it's going to show up backwards. I've always used Ziploc bags or, it's really kind of blurry, isn't it? There you go, a little bit better. I've always used Ziploc bags or plastic wrap for around my wet paint brushes, but now they make bags and you can wash them, and they have, I got these, I'm going to link everything. These were at Walmart. So, you know, it's just a paint. So instead of using all my plastic and then it will close up. See, I was just doing it with rubber bands. But they had it, so I thought I would get it. It's a little bit thicker, so it's great to put my wet paint brushes in. I don't know, I still might like my way better. But I figured I would try a product that they had on the market. They also had the, thank you, Beyond World. Thank you, thank you. Nikki, I'll come help you paint your house, you know that. So they also had the one for the roller bag. And like I said, I usually don't use these, but I thought I would give it a try. All right, so this is gonna be the fun part. Oh, we have to do the sandpaper. I have a huge mess down here. Oh, do you want to see my mess? That's my painting supplies right there. So that's why I keep walking over there. Yeah. That's not a 220. I did find my 220 sandpaper. You know, you want to use the fine sandpaper to hit the wall. I just need a little bit to go up and over all of the holes because we're going to redecorate as we go. I just can't get this right. It'll be good once I settle down. But because we're going to redecorate, I went ahead and filled all of my holes in because then it'll have a nice smooth surface. But in order to do that, you just need to go back. And I like to kind of double check my wall to make sure it's all going to be nice and smooth. Ah! Guess what? I almost forgot. I have all my electrical plates still on my electrical outlets. So while I am sanding, let's get those electrical plates off. Let me go get a screwdriver. You know what I'm talking about? These, yeah. I always take mine off. I don't paint over mine. Actually, I'm hoping to be able to replace them. Let me get a screwdriver. Oh my goodness, they have me on adjusting my eating habits because I had some issues pop up with diabetes and stuff. And man, this new eating is making me starving. All right, so I always use my plastic bags or, it's a flathead. Hold on guys, let me go get the right tool. Let's get the right tool. We will be able to get this going. This is what takes so long. All right, I just want to admire the screwdriver real fast. This was courtesy of one of my best college friends from the university. Thank you, Sonia. I do have your screwdriver, but I used it more than you. So with that being said, we are going to take all of our face plates off. When I get to this side, I'll take the windows down. But for now, we just, as we sand, take our plates off. There's a bunch. I'm hoping to replace them, but I'm not supposed to be spending money. So we'll see how that turns out. Oh, that was a great picture of my head. All right, we got to go up top now. So I'm really excited though. Like I said, it has been 2 years. I am not sure with my hands how far I'm going to be able to get on this project, because even washing the walls, it's starting to hurt. But so up here, when we first moved in, we had blinds. So I really need to get this kind of flattened out. I had to put a lot of putty because I couldn't get the gripper. Get that off. Out. So, oh, the spider. Yeah, it feels like it's a ridge though. I might come back and put some more plaster on that spot. We shall see. But anyway, washing the walls, my hands still began to ache a little bit. So, you know, this might take a week to get this painting done, where it used to only take 24 hours, but so this is a huge ridge, because there was a piece of plastic that was in the wall that I couldn't get out. So I just trying to make this nice and smooth. Oh, even when the builders did theirs, I could feel ridges in the paint. Growing up, we used to paint a room like every year. We were always painting. My mother had white walls and 10 kids. Yeah, we were painting all the time. All the time. So we will see how good my painting skills still are. All right, let's come to the next spot. Some of these, like I said, have more. Come on, and thank you guys for visiting with me. It has been a long time since I have done a live over here, so I appreciate the support. At 11 o'clock, I'm going over to my other channel, my Talkie channel, but I talk all the time anyway. So here you can see I had a big hole that I really had to patch. We'll just get that sanded flat. See, there you go. That's your ASMR sound. The nice thing is, now that it's end of summer, I could go get new paint. I can't even find my paint shirts to paint. But all the extra big, all the summer stuff on sale. So it was very easy to pick up some inexpensive clothes to make a mess in. I don't think they feel it. I'll come back and wipe it as I go, but for now, just trying to get anything off the wall that has a even though I have paint that has the primer in it, it still doesn't necessarily prime that great. You know, some of the rooms upstairs are dark colors. I might have to actually do a white primer to then go into a darker primer. Thank you all for spending time clicking over to paint with us. And There are lots of things happening on the YouTube streets. Just trying to see. I was doing cherries last night, and cherry dyed my fingers. All right, let me take off this switch plate here. Take it off as we go. I have one right here. Up a little bit lower. There you go. There you go. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful Thursday. Today is Thursday. Yesterday was weird. I missed yesterday all the way together. Some messages. Oh, okay. Huh. I'm just like reading weird stuff. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to see my chat, and apparently I don't know how to do it, and I clicked off. Sorry. Sorry. Have a lovely day, Sally's. Thanks for being here. Yep, I was just over listening to your shorts live. I don't know. I think with my channel, because this niche is so weird, that it has, I don't know. It is what it is. I do notice I have more, I get a lot of views on my shorts sometimes I don't. I think it's like everything else in YouTube. You just can't figure it out. But the good thing I know is, one thing about a 220 sandpaper, it runs out really fast. One thing I know is that because I had my own content, and always had my own content, when things got changed up, I didn't lose anything, thank goodness. But I do realize come January, oh look, I'm lopsided. Yay, story of my life. Come January, I'm gonna lose a lot of the hours that I had for the restream. Now that restream is what crushed my channel. It's a whole story about it, but it was because I was getting fabulous views. Fabulous views. I mean, hundreds of thousands. But they didn't stick long enough. So when you get a click and a view and a thumbs up, but it's only 20 seconds, what it tells the algorithm is people are clicking, but they're not interested in what you're doing. Literally, all of a sudden, I went from over 200, 300, 600, 800,000 views on my restreams overnight to 200, 100, nothing. And those numbers went down. So then, you know how sometimes they'll send you a hint? YouTube will sometimes send you a hint like, hey, try to do more videos, or do more, this will help you, right? Over in the studio. Well, it had said, I'm down here taking off another switch plate. It had said, oh, your views are not long enough. So that's how I found out. Hold on, I just found a hole. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna paint over that one. This wall right here goes, oh, it's a weird wall. This house has weird walls. I don't know. This room is just weird shaped. And when I painted the ceiling along 2 years ago, I didn't tape it because I was thinking I was going to come back and put crown molding up. I still might. So let's go down the hall. This is where we are going to start. I did pull out my paint to do the doors. I don't know. I'm old. So it used to be that enamel paint was always a oil base, or even the acrylic enamels were horrendous. They took forever to dry. Well, there are new enamel paints out, and that's what I used to do my doors years ago when I first found it, and they have really held up. They were white, and I changed it, and I also went with a enamel white because it holds up to more washings and all. In my kitchen, it was kind of important, but you can see there's some work that's going to have to be done on some spots. This one, probably, anyway, but we're not doing that. We're doing the walls today. So, let me see what we got. I'm going to need to take the ladder down there with me, and then next we can mix our paint. Oh, sorry, you get the button view. I don't know how to do it. So, anyway, that was my thought. So, but knowing come December, my watch hours might be wonky. I had best start working on my 4,000 watch hours so I don't lose where I am. So yes, here we are again. It's on my ring. It's on my ring. Decorating and stuff. Oh, there's a big gash. Okay. I need to cover that gash, which means I'm going to have to paint different because it'll be wet. Yesterday I thought the lights were burned out, so I had to redo that. This wall had all of my children's school pictures on it, and I loved that. But somehow, even with washing the walls, I missed this big gash. And it is very significant. So I need to fill that in before we get started. It's those details that make the whole process of painting so slow, because if you don't catch that detail, it's going to be a problem for a long time. So let me get my putty. The good thing is this putty hardens in 30 minutes, and I just need a little bit, all right, just to fill that in. It was better just a second ago. There you go. There it is, perfect. Was there another one? So in 30 minutes, it'll turn white, and I can go ahead and put my paint over it. So I am going to go ahead and hit this gashes down here. We used to have a dog kennel that sat in the spot, and I think that's kind of what bashed my wall. Like I said, the better it is, the smoother we make it now, the better it'll look when it's finished. Oh, wow, I just got, so, and then I always step on all my containers to close them back up. So that's the DAP I use. Now, I will caution everyone, be sure you have your water bucket, because this paint and these products, you do not want, sorry about that, you do not want these products to go down your sink. They'll glop them up, they'll cause trouble. We are on a septic system, so let me just move that back for a second and put some water in this bucket. That way I can wash my hands and wash my paintbrushes and just throw it right out the back door. And I just, that's where I got some. All right, so let me get that switch plate off. It looks like we'll be able to get this one area done. I would be very, very happy with that. One thing about the painting, you know, you want to cut in a little bit, then do the roller. Cut in a little bit, and this area, oh, sorry about my fellas, this area being so small, not a lot of hand painting that's going to happen back here. So it'll be what it'll be, right? I really am going to switch these switch plates. I want something fancy. And then I had all my children's school pictures. I'm going to move them to this wall. Yeah. I want to turn my garage. I have a 2-car garage off of this door, and I want to empty it, and because there's steps right down, I want to empty that and make that into a room, and like just a space for like entertaining. I don't know. I've always dreamed of making that a room, and I really think I'm gonna do it. I was thinking maybe my son would like to move downstairs, but this is not a full bath, it's a half bath. Oh, Mama, that doesn't make sense. I don't want people in my bathroom. I said, okay, well, you can stay upstairs. So he's gonna get 2 rooms. That's what is really getting me on the ball to get this going. So sometimes we just need the right motivation, and a 20-year-old I'm trying to keep at home, that's good motivation. I'm not trying to keep him at home. He can decide, but you know. Last time I painted, 12 years ago, I had finished painting everything, and I had painted black, and somehow I shook the paintbrush, and there's been black paint. I am going to be so happy to get rid of that. Okay, so that's all of our things here. And now we got to get our paint ready. So let's look down here. Let me sit down with you guys. Okay. Hold on, let me be a little bit more centered. Yeah. Here we go. If you can find these tops for your paint cans, I found them years ago. They are life-changing. You can pour, you can wipe, it doesn't make a mess. This is an amazing product. If you can find these 4 tops for your paint cans. If not, if you can't find the plastic, some countries might still have them, but you know how you would get the can of oil and it had the thing you would slam into the top? The old oil cans, it would pop, it would have a spout, and it would stick on the metal can. If you can find that, then you can have an old lid that is solid, and that lid to use to pour. It just makes the pouring so much easier. Okay, so let's get our trays ready. I mean, I have all kinds of things. We are using a regular schmegular. Right, I did have, I have extensions. Little rollers, big rollers, all the rollers. Okay. I do kind of like to be sure my roller still has the same color, so I'm using a light one. All right, let's get it on there. Yes, yes. There we go. We are locked and loaded. I don't want that on the ground. I like these for my cut-in trays. So what I like to do is take my one tray. Oh wait, I forgot to get the tray that goes with this. Okay, what I do with this, because you know how you paint and then you have to close it, I am gonna, because this is for the walls, it's not gonna be continuous, I'm gonna put a plastic bag in here and then pour the paint so it doesn't get, so I can close it, because it doesn't matter, I can get my paint cleared up. Does that make sense? When I said this is not closed all the way. So let me get a plastic bag for that. There you go. Hope it's closed. All right. All right. This is a nice, it's just the quart freezer. Let me not make you guys lopsided. There we go. It's the quart freezer bag. So I'm going to go ahead and line my bucket with that. And it will make, I can split the side just a little bit. That's okay. It is just going to make, no, we're not doing that. Never mind. Erase that. Look, we're not even using these because I don't have those things. Alright, here we go. Our tray, we are using, I always go from the bottom up. I love disposable trays. That way, when I am finished painting totally, I don't care about throwing it out. And I do not have to worry about a mess. So that's check, check. Okay, now, I need my edge. The one thing I do need out of my secret painting bag. Oh, it's dirty. Oh, see that? I don't leave my tools like this. A child used that. I don't like to put up tape, but I can just put my edger down, wipe, and go. That way I can just tape it. I really like the Shoreline Paint Shield. I think I got this one at Lowe's. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, so all of our party is ready. That's it. My spackle. It's an old stick. I would keep one stick out. I got my top. Trash. Okay. Ooh, I don't want anything on my roller. And we are ready to see what kind of shape the paint is in. Let me get rid of all of my stuff. Are you guys loving the ASMR sounds? I'm just going to cut another small piece for my paint can to sit on. And also, like I said, I have not used this. I got this paint a long time ago, so we have to remix our paint, and it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be fun. I'm actually gonna record it, and you will see it in a video later, I promise. Remove all of my excess stuff out of this area. Such a mess on the other side of the room. Okay. We're not using this one. This is obviously my white trim. This one's there. This can go away. We have this. This is garbage. All right. So I don't paint like all the time. Obviously, I have lots and lots of areas that have not been painted in a long, long, long time. So, with that being said, let me get my bags tied up here where I need them. My wet and my dry. I'm tying a bag now with my wet and dry bags onto my ladder. I need to get a painting apron if I'm going to be doing this, huh? Okay, so our next thing we need for our paint project is the drill. Yes, the drill. Let me move everything out of the way. I went ahead and got, because it's been so long and it's going to take so long to mix, I got the paint mixer that goes onto the drill. We'll put it in and it'll really mix this. It's been 2 years, so we need to get this appropriately remixed with this. I will see if the paint's still good, right? Should be fine. Let's see what we got. That will be fine right here. And move the dog's rug. Here's my key. I'm just getting my key, my paint key from over here. And we can open this right up. So yeah. I'm definitely going to make an ASMR of this because it's going to take about 30 minutes to mix this paint. However, you can see up top, it has definitely, the can has rusted some. So I want to clean that space before I try to open it. Yeah, because it's not a fresh can of paint and I don't want the rust to affect my painting. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you. Hi, multi-cuisine, welcome. Like I said, the stuff doesn't show up on my phone, so I had to step over to there. Hold on. All right, my lovies. It is about 500 degrees because there is a hurricane off the coast. And it is bringing rain. It's not coming in. It's not like a dangerous spot, but okay, this process is not going to be fast. So I shall take my time and get set up. Let's see if we can get good front row seats for everybody involved. Oh, I left my rag, my dust rag. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. Start turning it over. Well, it might just be dirt on it. Okay, that looks better. That looks much, much better. Can you guys see? You want to come in a little closer? Let's see what we get here. All right. Yeah. Putting this right here with it. Yeah. For some reason, this always tells me it's not balanced. There we go. Now we get part number 2. All right, fully charged. Let me just get a little more dust off of that. We shall do it. Do it, do it. All right, I just got a little dust right here. Come on in. Come on in. All right, we can come on down so we can see how it's gonna go. Okay, so here we are. Bring this down one more. All right, there we go. Come on, around this edge. I don't want looseness to fall in. There we go, get it up. And I'm gonna dump it one more time upside down. See if I got anything loose that time. There we go. Yeah. Okay, it looks good. Next. Okay, that looks good. See what we have next. I have my drill piece, my tool. And I just need to put it in my drill so I can get it apart. Oh, crud. Hold on, they got this tight on here. Let me lock it first of all. They better not have gotten it too tight for me to open. Man, I can't believe it. They got it so tight I can't open it. Let me try a different. My boys, there's something else. I don't know why they have to Hercules everything. Like, they don't even use the tools like I do. I can't get it open. Nope, hold on, let me try a different thing. Oh. Well, you know what that might mean. Alright, so, thanks to the boys in the family Herculeing my drill closed because it never has to be tight like that. I can't get it off. We're going to have to end this live. We will come back tonight once somebody's home that can get that piece off because I must agitate it for 20 minutes to really get this paint together. So at that point, that's what we'll do. In the meantime, it gives me some time to go play on YouTube and visit everybody that's been here. I thank you all for blessing me, and I will probably be live all night because when they get home, I want this room finished. So, with that being said, it's good to see you, Savi. I will see you on tomorrow, probably. Might just stay up all night. Woohoo. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you guys. I have to get somebody strong enough to open that. As it's not me. I don't have that kind of strength in my hands anymore. Might not even be that tight. So, with that being said, we've got a change of plans. We do. But I will see you later tonight. Yeah, probably later tonight. Anyway, can you tell I've been eating healthy? Have a fabulous day, guys. I'm going to be over on the Just Fabulous channel at 11 o'clock. Always over there just chatting. Kind of what I do best. So until later, thank you for being here. Catch you later.